A teenager is dominating football at the Eredivisie, destroying defenders and racking up double figures for goals. That player is Xavi Simons. But you'll be mistaken to think that it ends on the pitch because his lifestyle is on another level. Let's dive deep into his relationships, properties, and net worth. Xavier Quentin Shea Simons was born on the 21st of April 2003 in Amsterdam, Netherlands. Regilio Simons is a former Dutch footballer who played in the lower tier leagues and became a youth coach afterwards, while his mother, Peggy, kept things running smoothly at home. Named after the legendary Barcelona and Spanish player Xavi Hernandez, it was clear from the beginning that Simons' parents wanted him to become a football star. Growing up with his elder brother Faustino, whom he shares the same birthday with, Simons started playing football at an early age, and with his parents in a good financial position, he had a fun childhood. When Simons was 5, his father enrolled him at CD Theater, where he spent the next 2 years combining football with his education. From there, he moved to the famous La Masia Academy of Barcelona, and that was when his career fully took flight. The remarkable Dutch talent excelled as the captain of his side at La Masia. Simons was a part of the Barcelona youth team that won all 25 games during the 2016-17 season, with 164 goals scored and only 14 conceded. The midfielder led his team to numerous victories at major competitions, and in no time, European giants like Real Madrid and Chelsea were battling it out for his signature, but he ended up leaving for Paris Saint-Germain in 2019 after failing to negotiate a contract with Barcelona. In March 2020, Simons was named on Goal's NXGN 2020 list of 50 best wonder kids in world football, and he was also included in The Guardian's Next Generation 2020 in October. But it would take until the following year before Simons made his debut for PSG as a 17-year-old. Despite winning plenty of awards at the youth level, chances were few and far between for the teenager in a star-studded squad, and after a total of 11 appearances in 2 seasons, the winger made a move to PSV in June last year. Knowing the talent they had in their hands, PSG included a buyback option in his 5-year contract with the Dutch side. It is at PSV that the midfielder's career is coming together as he continues to terrorize opponents with his agility and excellent football IQ, with 13 goals in twice as many appearances at this moment in time. Also, he has already taken home the awards for the Eredivisie Player and Talent of the Month. After playing through the different youth levels, he made his senior international debut for the Netherlands at the just concluded FIFA World Cup and became the youngest player to ever feature for the Netherlands in the knockout stages of the World Cup. But let's get to know the Dutch youngster on a personal level. Xavi appears to be single, though not so easy to say these days. Besides, you'll be hard-pressed to find a footballer with a more private life than Simons. I mean, this guy blurs out his mom and some relatives in photos. So even if he gets into a relationship, it'll be tough to find out seeing his personality, but with his likable character. We reckon that a relationship will come easily when the time is right, but for now, he seemed entirely focused on his career, but when away from the pitch, this is what his lifestyle looks like. Xavi often entertains his millions of followers with personal photos showing glimpses of what he loves to do, which is playing tennis, making luxury vacation trips and outings with friends, immersing himself into PlayStation and video games. Seeing that he has a small stature and that physicality has always been one of the few problems in his game, Xavi also spends a lot of his free time at the gym. Are we going to see him bulking up soon? The midfielder was nicknamed Golden Curls because of the glamorous appearance of his hair. He doesn't have any tattoos like many of his former teammates in Paris, but for the 19-year-old, friendship is a priority and he always makes the most of his free time by catching up with the guys. But just how much does he own at such a tender age? We have seen the Dutchman upload pictures of his glamorous home in Paris before moving to PSV. We assume that he is living alone because he told Marca upon leaving Barcelona that his family was still living in the city. the Dutchman continues to live a life of luxury at Eindhoven for reasons you will find out shortly. Seeing that Simons only recently got his driving license, he doesn't have the biggest of garages, which is understandable. However, we have seen him in a Ford Ranger and a few other vehicles, but until there is a clear indication of his ownership, we can't say if the vehicles are his. Anyway, Simons can afford whatever he wants because of his remarkable net worth as a teenager. Simons has a worth of about 4 million euros as of this year. The 19-year-old's primary sources of earnings are his football contracts, endorsements, bonuses, and sponsorship posts. With a weekly salary of about 30,000 euros, he earns over 1.5 million euros annually as salary at PSV Eindhoven, and seeing that he is on a 5-year contract with the club, that figure is set to keep rising. During his time at PSG, Xavi, who had the late Mino Raiola as his agent, earned up to 1 million euros annually. It is believed that Raiola was behind this move, seeing that Simons left Barca just a few months after Raiola became his agent. But it doesn't just end at the footballing wages. Simons is a brand ambassador for Adidas, and he often endorses them on his social media account. He also has a paid partnership with luxury fashion brand Boss. Putting it all together, we can say that Simons is on a track to becoming one of the higher paid footballers, which is why he doesn't hesitate to give back to society. Simons has been involved in a couple of charity works at such a tender age. For instance, he is a social ambassador for UNICEF. Furthermore, we have seen him participate actively in a non-profit organization committed to providing better education, health, and development for the less privileged with his former teammate, Gana Gay. Also, Simons doesn't hesitate to speak up against racism. That being said, the Dutchman has been at the center of controversy a few times. The midfielder has hinted that he would like to return to PSG, saying that he misses France and the incredible city of Paris. He says that Eindhoven is much quieter than Paris, but when he was playing in Paris, he had a purposefully hostile goal celebration during their UFR Youth League clash with Sevilla. After scoring the winning goal, Simons put his finger to his lips to shush his opponents and fans. This didn't go down well with Zoumana Kamara, the manager, who used his post-game interview to remind Simons of true sportsmanship and his responsibilities to the club. The 19-year-old also divided opinions when he posted a blurred-out picture of him kissing a little girl on the cheek. Some fans argued that he shouldn't have blurred the picture if he wanted to post it, while others were not too sure if the girl was his sister, niece, or someone else, but that is as far as it goes for the Dutchman. Hopefully, we won't be seeing any more controversies. Despite being named Xavi, Simons, who is of Surinamese descent through his dad, actually grew up idolizing Iniesta and Neymar alongside Xavi. But if that doesn't surprise you, I bet this next one will. Very recently, PSV stars made the young Simons clean up their boots after a training session to help keep him grounded. This routine was said to be an age-old dressing room drill in the club to help players remain humble, but Simons didn't particularly look happy doing it. The teenager has been used to fame even as a kid. When he was 13, he had already amassed over 300,000 followers on Instagram, and there have been no signs of slowing down since then. PSG reportedly have a 12 million euro buyback option on Simons, and seeing that he still misses the city, we can assume that a return to Paris could be on the cards if he really wants to make the move. What do you think about the future of this kid?